Hey cooks, so last week during the live stream we talked about setting up a hydroponic garden, and we are done with the first stage of making that happen. We have our Mars Hydro tent set up, we've put shelving in there, and we've got some of the key things we need to get this baby off the ground. We're going to be growing lettuces, we're going to be growing herbs like thyme and basil. We may even grow some tomatoes. So let's take a look at what we've done so far. I do have another order I need to place to get this going, but we have made some serious progress. So join me. Let's take a look at our Mars Hydro hydroponic gardening setup. So we got this baby out of the box. We did a full construction of one of these Mars Hydro tents. I'll put links up above and in the description if you want to know how to put this together. It comes with the poles. This is a pretty large tent. It's a 4x8. So we're going to have a lot of room in there to grow stuff. They give you the poles, the connectors, and a big long flyer with all their products and with instructions on there. So we're going to put this baby together and we'll start setting it up. So I would say that this tent is significantly bigger than the one that we had before. You know, a lot of this is really going to depend on your needs. We are trying to learn how to start plants from seed and do hydroponics. So we need a little bit more room. And we're going to be using this once we buy our little farm. So this is a great size. But you can get these Mars Hydro tents, all different sizes, to meet whatever need that you have. So this is sort of the difference between a 2x2 and a 4x8.
I just thought Amy would be amazed with the size difference, that's all. You can put 8 of these little guys in this size.
Yeah. So this is the start of our hydroponics setup. So we're using a Mars Hydro 4x8 tent. You can use a way smaller tent than this one. I think this is going to give us a lot of room to do a lot of fun things in here. We have our other little Mars Hydro tent right here. We're going to be starting some seed in that for outside. So some of the features of this tent, well, number one, if you're thinking about getting a grow tent, Mars Hydro is a really nice, great place to look because they have really high quality tents. If you get a low quality tent, it's either going to rip, fall apart at the seams. Mars Hydro has fantastic products. So this has 2 doors that open wide up. They also zip down the middle for full entire access to the whole tent. Lots of room to add fans in this and holes for plugs and all that fun stuff. So let's go inside and see what I have in there. So the inside of this tent is reflective. So when you have your grow lights in here, it's going to reflect that light all over the place. And it's going to give you a lot better growing experience than you have without that. That's one major benefit of a grow tent. So we put 4 Seville Classic shelving units in here. These are, kind of small. They're about as tall as I am. You can fully stand up in this grow tent. Eric can stand up and there's plenty of headroom. We did this in case we want to hang lights from the top because it does have a frame up here that you can hang lights from. So we could utilize those top shelves for growing. So there's these things in here. You can put fans in here to control, you know, the airflow, the humidity, all that fun stuff. And they're all built right into the tent. So that's fantastic. So we have 4 shelves in here. And we're going to go in here so you can see everything that I have in here so far. I've got a lot of stuff still to get before our system is ready to be up and running. So on this first shelf, I have just 2 Root Farm lights on here. I have this seed starting tray from Haas Tools. And I'll show you how that works really quick. Here I have some food for our plants as they start to grow. I have some testers in here so you can test the water. These are bubblers that we're going to be using for the system. So this is a Mars Hydro light. What's great about this light is it has these adjustable things so you can adjust the height as your plants grow. The Mars Hydro light is a fantastic light to use. And how we have this set up, we have the light on, and I have this Haas Tools seed starting tray here. I have a heat map. I need to buy a second one for this other seed starting tray. You need to keep these seeds nice and warm as they're growing. The way this works is you can use it like this for your hydroponic system. We're going to be using some kind of like foam stuff to, it's called rock wool. We're going to be soaking that in there to start our seeds. These systems are also great because they have this. So when we go ahead to start the seeds, we're going to be filling this with dirt. But we're not going to be using dirt in the hydroponic system. So we're going to be soaking the rock wool in here to get our seeds started. And you have a nice little cover here to get that going. So here I also have a pH control pack where you can control your water. And we're going to be working through this because this is the first time we've ever done anything like this. So we are going to be testing our water and to keep the pH correct. So we're going to be growing our plants in these bins. These came from the Container Store. Got a little markers here from Haas Tools. Those came with something I ordered. Here's some more markers. And how this works is we're going to be drilling holes in the lid of these bins. So we're going to be putting these neti cups in here to grow the plants in. We need to order some other ones because I ordered like these 4-inch ones and they're a little too big. So we have to drill holes in these bins. And so these cups will be sitting there in the water. We're going to be putting a hole in the front here. And there's going to be some of this hydro tubing going in there. It's going to be hooked up to this air pump. This air pump is a Bluestone air pump. This will feed air to 4 bins. So we're going to be starting with that first. So there's some more of the cups to hold our plants in. And I started out with 4 bins. I'm probably going to be getting some more. So we have a humidity clock. A clock and humidity, and it's going to display the temperature, so we'll be able to watch that closely. So we zipped the tent all closed, and this is how it looks. There are some little peepholes in here. So all you gotta do is take these down and peek in there and see your little babies. And it's held by some Velcro. You can just open it up and peek in there. You don't have to open up the whole system. Just to look to see what's going on in it. sweet. The system has 2 big doors that you can unzip, as well as 1 main zipper across the whole thing. So you can open this entirely up if you need to do some work in there, so you can have enough room to get in and out. It also has doors that you can open on the other side. So if you were to have this the other way on the wall, you could literally open this thing up entirely to get in and out, do work, and then close it back up. It has ports to put in your fans, and also you can use them as venting. And there's even some lower down to get that air circulating. So cooks, stay tuned because we are on our way. I've got a few orders to put into Amazon so we can get this going. And we are going to be going herbs and lettuces first. And I don't know what else. Eric thinks he wants to do some tomatoes, so we'll see what happens. I just want to thank Mars Hydro for sending us this tent. We're looking forward to seeing what we can do with it. So guys, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe below. I'll leave links down to this tent and everything else, the Mars Hydro light and everything else in here. So if you want to think about, doing a little indoor gardening, it'll be available for you to take a look at. Also, catch me in my Facebook group, facebook.com/group/Amy Learns to Cook. You can catch me on Pinterest and Twitter at Amy Learns to Cook. And on Instagram, I'm at Cooking with Amy. So stay tuned, and we're going to do our first planting.